Hey everybody, welcome to F&W Reactions. We're just simply discussing the third election debate tonight in this presidential season. Pretty insane.
A lot of blood.
So we're going to quickly talk about some good from each candidate, some bad, and then we'll make a prediction about who we actually think is going to win the election. So from Hillary tonight, what did you like?
I liked her presentation of the proper way to do immigration. I definitely think what Trump talks about, and we're going to get into this later, is both impossible and immoral. Mm-hmm. And she noted that clearly. And, I like the idea that, it's not about opening up all the borders and just making everything like the 5 freeway going from, Mexico all the way through the country, so much as making sure that there's a fair system that makes sure the right people come in and that they have the right opportunities and that they're treated fairly and humanely. And that that's it's about having a humane system, a system that protects people as well as protects the borders.
Right, a proper pathway to citizenship,
right,
as it were. I think the Trump side I think he did pretty well overall in this debate tonight.
Yeah, he did scary well.
Yeah, he really slammed her throughout most of it.
Even if you disagree with him, she was like a deer in headlights quite often.
Most certainly. One of his big strong points, I think, where he really kind of commanded a little bit of the room was in his discussion about reciprocity for protecting other nations. This is an idea that I think is at least interesting in its origins, and asking people to say, hey, look, if we're going to be providing protection for you as a nation, as the world's strongest nation for however much longer that might last, to be able to do some wills for each other in good faith. I don't know what that looks like, I don't know how you actually ask people to do that.
Yeah, I think you'd agree with me that what we aren't wanting, although Trump has kind of presented it this way, is we don't want to be paid for protection. That's not the mafia.
No.
But the idea is like to somehow in a positive way sort of invite reciprocity in which we're giving this much. Can you give back to us to sort of offset?
Yeah.
To sort of be symbiotic.
Right. So symbiosis is as important as anything else. So from the bad, what did you think from Hillary's side, which wasn't so good?
Well, I think one of the times she was definitely deer in headlights and she wasn't responding very well is when he started pushing the abortion discussion. She clearly defended that she was going to protect Roe versus Wade, which is fine, at least with me. But what she didn't do very well is explain some of his attacks. I mean, he kept on pushing that whole a day before the birth, you can have an abortion if we do it your way, and she never responded to that.
Right.
Like, I wanted her to make a response about no, you can't have a 9-month abortion, and it almost made me nervous that she refused to respond to that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe she just made a mistake, but it didn't come off well.
Her only definitive statement was that she doesn't want the government involved in what will be the hardest decision a woman makes in her life.
Right.
Which I don't disagree with, per se.
Right.
But she did not answer him directly, which at the very least casts a shadow of doubt on people who might be undecided.
And he threw in some really inflammatory language at that point, and I have a feeling he probably won over a lot of people who are on a certain side of that debate at that point.
Yeah, most certainly. He struggled with me a little bit about this idea of creating like a deportation police, right? This house-to-house mentality of being able to go and round up 11 million people. Unethical, in my own opinion, immoral, all those things aside, just fiscally irresponsible, fiscally not really possible or probable in anything like that. It's people who are on his side who are afraid of a police state, right? Yeah.
And that's exactly what a police state looks like.
Yeah, that's totally what would happen.
Right.
So, okay, well, who do you think is going to win based on tonight?
Based on tonight, I dread, but I feel almost convinced that Trump might win. Because I think in the first 2 debates, Hillary really held her own. She did a good job for her side, but tonight it fell apart for me.
Mm-hmm.
That even though I agree with her with many things, I definitely disagree with Trump on many things. As far as debating goes and winning sort of public opinion, he did really well against her. And she did very poorly, I think.
So I'm going to make a crazy bold prediction here. I think Hillary's campaign or people or somebody, whoever, right, who has it, has more damning videos or evidence of something Trump has done. And I have a feeling that there's going to be some type of smorgasbord of video releases that come to offset this WikiLeaks crucifying.
Look forward to WikiLeaks Part 2.
Yeah, in some different type of standard. So I do think Hillary ends up pulling it out. I think that there's still enough people who are just so repulsed by the human being that
I would
is
hope.
Donald Trump.
I would hope.
That they would vote for Hillary. I don't know for sure, but this is the most like legit 50-50 on anything I've ever been. So I have no idea. So
Last word?
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary Johnson.
And yeah, the man who knows where he is 80% of the time. So feel free to let us know what you think of our analyses. If you have any other thoughts to offer, please drop them in the comments below. If you would like this video and share it, we would love to get some traction going as far as the discussion realm is concerned. Be sure to follow us on all forms of social media. We're at facebook.com/faithandwhatever, or you can find our website, faithandwhatever.com. Thanks so much for stopping by.